Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition, my warrior playthrough, set 6. Wow, that's a lot of big mouthful. Anyway, off screen I did stuff? Not sure what. Oh well. This set is going to be dedicated to the Winter Palace storyline. So we have a lot to do. So you want to do this quickly? Okay. Sorry, I recently got a new couch and had to reset everything up. So, I'm making sure everything is working just fine. It seems to be doing good. Right. Let's do a quick save. Go for that. Okay, here we go. I think all I did really was work on getting stuff, things I can use and whatnot. Get some new armor, new weapons, fun stuff like that. Alright, we'll do that later. Let us go.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Céline will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Alright, off we go. So, I'm going to explain a few things about how this place works, because it is kind of annoying. Okay. You, Blackwall, and Vivian, right? That's my general party with this group, with her. Where is it? Party. There it is. Vivian, Blackwall's there. Yep, okay. Let's go. I really like this part of the game. It's actually really cool. But it can get slightly, maybe very highly annoying. Like, holy crap. And I recently found out, if you fuck it up, game over. So, yeah. If you want to find out what happened, watch the Thanatos Let's Play. No one liked her there. Sheer shit. That was funny as all hell.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. Bringing the rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This Elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, make her forbid!
This is Casper.
Okay, so we've heard about the game from Orlais since back in Origins. This is the first time we actually get to experience it properly. We kind of had a taste of it back in Dragon Age 2 during the Mark of the Assassin, and kind of with the Liliana's Song DLC in Origins. At least I believe so. Partially so, anyway. This is our first chance of actually playing the game. Basically what happens is, depending on your race, the Orlesian nobility will look at you in a different eye. Basically, they're racist as all hell. If you are anything but human, you automatically get a negative 10%, a negative 10 points on your approval, negative 15 if you're Kunari, which, Lucifer had fun with that. Check that out if you want to. Anywho, what we want to do is get a maximum approval rating. There's actually a trophy associated with it if you do that. How you get that is by helping out the nobility and playing the game properly. Generally, you have to be a little cunning with that. Don't really say things bluntly, just sort of skirt around things. And you can get good approval rating that way. So, that's how you do it. Mitsuki here is going to be playing the game, so it's going to be interesting. If you get a negative, if you go down to the 0, even if you even for a minute, you will lose the game, and you will be kicked out of you'll be kicked out of here, and the game's over because you can't prevent the assassination.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
I get the singing suspicion rabbit is a racial slur, but not necessarily a bad one, because I wouldn't mind being referred to as like a bunny. That's kind of cool. Although she probably looks at me like a pet then, if that's the case. Fuck.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
And I got 5 for Frugal. Hooray!
Is this the ring you were looking for?
I think it's a reference to my ears, mostly. Which is kind of annoying, really. Okay, so, there are 3 things we need to focus on getting in this area. The first is up over here. These hollow statuettes, which are used to open doors. I recommend keeping this one instead of actually continuing this quest line down here and opening that door, because you can use as much of the what are they called? You can use as many of those statuettes as you possibly can get. The second thing we get is idle gossip,
Foreigners.
which is found through... Come on. Or should I say blackmail information? There we go. Which is found in multiple ways. There can be papers scattered around, or inside these eavesdrop circles.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
So we gain information from doing that. Now, every single eavesdrop circle you find does have at least one possibility of a piece of information for blackmail. However, there is a problem with that, as in not all circles will always give it to you. Sometimes you'll get the it's nothing important prompt, in which case you have to go off, do something else. Usually just go somewhere that loads the screen and you'll be fine. If not, just go to the go to another eavesdrop point and you'll be fine. The last thing we need to get are Caprice coins, which are littered throughout the place. You throw them into a pond and you get extra approval rating, as well as EXP. Alright, that is about it, so let's go.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
Is all this worry just for my sake?
You're going in there unarmed. If anything happens to you... Andraste, watch over us all.
It is a shame that Mitsuki is the only one that can go in here with a romance character. I wasn't able to get Cassandra with Lucifer or Bull with Thana, so kind of annoying. But for the most part, we're just going to be focusing on getting court approval, not actually eavesdropping or actually actively searching for the Caprice coins, because they're not that important. I'll definitely find them if I can, but I'm not going to actively go out of the way to find some. Okay. Last bit of important information, because this one actually is a doozy. This door, the transition screen here, is glitched. Basically, if you're too close to the door when you open it, it will lock up your game and you'll be stuck in a perpetual load screen. Which sucks. How you properly open it is get as close to it as possible when the X button, or as far away as possible for the X button to prompt. That's as far as you need to be for it, so you still have to be on the rug to not trigger the glitch. So, highly annoying. But that's how you avoid it.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Madame Vivienne, first Enchanter of the Circle of Magi, Enchanter of the Imperial Court, Mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, Warden Blackwall of Valchevin, Constable of the Grey, bearer of the silver-right wings of valor. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Flight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor.
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day. I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty. We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Oh, Sarah. That, freaking thing. Alright, let's talk to Josie while we're here.
Papa's perfectly happy in the
And her sister. Oh, gods. This is gonna be interesting.
If I have to clean up another puddle...
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her? Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfels and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn? Yvette, I want to know.
I already packed our bags, didn't I, darling?
I knew it. Inquisitor, please give her no more ammunition. I beg you.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette, stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. She once told the Duke of... Absolutely not. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking. Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
That is adorable. She still plays with the dolls. I had this mental image of her with, dolls of the Inquisition, just, you know, making fun of them.
How could they
Hello.
afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
Beats his squire.
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all.
As a bastard.
The palace was damaged
Extra
by
toes.
Gaspard's catapult.
What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Violent in the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Alrighty then. If you're romancing a character, by the way, and you ask them to dance, you get a special cutscene at the end. Of course, I think if you're romancing them, you get the option anywho. We'll find out later.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, An apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Alright then. Good to know. Let's do some explorations. Luckily, it's just pretty easy to pull off. Right. Now, there's supposed to be someone I could talk to who's walking around. But for whatever reason, I can never seem to find him.
Interesting.
But we can talk to you.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspar. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Another time, my lord.
Alright, that's all we need from him. There he is.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspar's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this filly, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspar's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
It's a great way to get some quick points. Alright, another coin.
Here. Better take a closer look.
Don't need to read that, so. Hello.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
That's the perk of being a Elven Inquisitor at this point in time. You can literally just talk to them, and they'll talk to you back because they see you as one of their own.
Well, well. What's this?
I don't know, what is it? Schedules. Clara Kitchstaff, Vernon Undergardens, Sophie Chamberhand, and Marius Footman. Alright. Someone's keeping track of the other people. Alright. And out we go.
My lady Inquisitor.
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty. Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor. She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspar is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspar is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Gods, they're weird. Okay. Well, that's then done. If we wanted to, we can actually gain a follower here, which I don't need to. As a Sarastash. Just listen in on that conversation and just choose one of the options. You can get a what's it called? One of those people become an agent for you. I really don't need any more agents, so it doesn't really matter. You're at, is it 62 out of 100? Yeah, 62. Alright. This is what the hollow statuettes are for. This only needed one, and we got that way early on. That gives us some blackmail information. Don't do this slow, by the way. Be quick. For those playing along. If you are not quick enough, you will, you'll fuck up, basically. You'll lose the chance to get some nice stuff. This is sort of on a timer, the timer mostly being when you do certain actions. Talking to the, elves downstairs is one of the actions. So I'm trying to be quick with this. You need to light these in a certain order.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
You can wait for the second bell to be fashionably late. It's actually recommended because you gain extra approval for that. Alright, that's that. Open this up. Get this. This is the only thing that's important. Confusion grenade recipe. Pretty helpful if you know what you're doing, but yeah. Alright, that's that. Now we just need to leave this wing. We can do that by going through here, which unlocks this door for us. And I'm going to wait for a second. There's a second bell.
Would be the second bell. Fashionably late.
I always save before opening this door just in case.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
I love the fact that Morgan's in this game first and foremost, because Morgan, so hot. Oh gods. I also enjoy the fact that she's wearing the dress Liliana designed for her, all the way back in Origins. As an aside, whenever we have to go back to the ballroom, the clues reset to a new one, so re-explore everything and to get some more stuff. I'm not going to because, well, it'd take too much time. Plus, I really don't need to get all that other stuff. I don't need the Caprice coins. I don't need the blackmail information. Besides, even if I did, Mitsuki wouldn't do it, so can't do it. Playing a character now. Come on. Man, these load screens. So as a fun side note, I have already also decided on what my next game, or next Dragon Age game is going to be, what the characters are going to be. Well, who they are going to be, I should say. All I'm waiting for now is, what is it? I'll do. Gods, I forgot. That is for Mitsuki. Okay. Go. There you go. I have the names and races picked out if the races are going to be available.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
Come on. Gotta get up here. Luckily, we don't have to worry about the bells while we're here. Palace Codex. Hall Statuette. I'll be doing themed characters again for the next Dragon Age game. Hopefully I'll be able to choose races again, but we'll see about that. I also hope they go back to the original concept and actually have origin stories for each of the characters as well, because that'd be kind of cool.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a Council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
That knife bears the Shalon family crest. Gaspard's crest.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
Oh, I know who I'm killing. And crush! Jeez. Come back here, you. Ain't done with you. Come on. And crush again. There you go. Get back here. Ain't done with you.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Ah, lovely. Okay. See if we can sneak past these guys. Not gonna be able to. Fuck off! Jeez. I love how brutal I can be with this character. Even though she's probably the nicest character of the three currently playing. Okay. I do need more hollow statuettes. There are 2 doors I need to open, and if I don't have enough for both, well, one of them I don't really need to open per se, but it would be helpful. Right. Look at that. Another holla. Alright. So yeah, next Dragon Age game. They have yet to announce anything about it, obviously. They're not even saying if they're working on it, I believe. But I'm really looking forward to the next one. I'm curious as all hell as where it's going to continue to. And I really freaking hope they go back to the format they have with Origins in terms of your character. Because I love doing another origin story character. Like, we get to see what they were like before shit hit the fan. There's no hollows over there. Okay. But they've never really done that lately. It's kind of annoying. It's always been the character in the part of the main story, but never what they were like before. Like, I would have loved that if instead of us being at the Conclave or being in the Fade at the end or the beginning, we actually got to see Mitsuki with her clan, and then what led up to her going to the Conclave, not just Radiant backstory. that we can sort of suss out through War Tables stuff. Alright, I need to use this door. And get this.
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
A token of affection from happier times. Celine must still care for Briala.
So yeah, I really hope they go back to that. I also hope they don't get rid of any of the races, because I would love to play as Hunari again. That'd be so much fun. Come on. It'd also be nice if the Inquisitor reappears, which they probably will.
Fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Llewellyn. Slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
Ambassador, is it? Whose ambassador are you exactly?
If the nobility is going to treat elves as if we are not citizens, we may as well have the trappings of a foreign power. You cleaned this place out. It will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Gaspard killed him, I think. The knife has a Chalon crest on the hilt.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The Empress needs to know what's going on.
You can try to warn her. She won't believe anything from me. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Does it seem strange that every single person at this party has tried to bribe us?
No, not really.
It's a game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
It literally doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Alright. Hello! I'm here to kill you. And defy the laws of physics, apparently. Well, I guess we could say Mitsuki is a mage in disguise. Which is kind of what I'm going for, actually. I really wish there was an option to make your character a mage in disguise, and you have just hidden armor and or just hide your spells and whatnot and your attacks and whatnot. But unfortunately, that's not an option, which kind of irks me. There we go. Maybe. Look, I don't have to worry about unequipping my armor and weapons. It just does it automatically when I leave.